hello! My name is Alan Doyle, and this is it's a beautiful, beautiful band up here. Make them feel welcome as well. We'll meet them all as we go. Once again, for fortunate ones from Newfoundland. Make some noise for them. My name is Alan. I'm from Petty Harbour, Newfoundland. Nice to be here. This group of people up here, it's really our first time, I think, ever playing in Washington, D.C. proper. We've been around here, but for some of us, it's the first time, and it's my first time, and all of our first times playing in this wicked, wicked musical venue. My God. As I always say, I am very grateful for my young apprenticeship playing in the pubs of Atlantic Canada. In particular, my young life going up and down the southern shore of the Avalon Peninsula of Newfoundland. But in those pubs, I would like for you to consider for a moment how many places I have played that were, you know, not as cleaned up as this one. You know. It's a shock every time I come through the door. And go, this can't be where we're playing. Nice to be here. Geez, thanks so much, everybody. What a day we had. We walked. A few of us were in the gang. It was our first time in D.C. So we all, a bunch of us, walked from the Arlington Cemetery across the bridge and by the Lincoln one and down by the Pondy one. I don't know what you call the pond thing. What do you call it? What is it? Reflection pool?
Reflecting.
Okay, hold on. Everyone is saying 4 or 5. No, you guys don't know either. But then you get to the Washington one, right? And then you look off, you know, that way, and you can see the lawn, and then you can see the White House, and then you can see the, you know, the Capitol building. And what is the one across the river? What did we decide, Chris? What was that? The Jefferson one. That's cool too. It's pretty wicked. Seriously. You guys are probably from around here and you take it all for granted. You're used to seeing it, but it's like, it's a pretty great day when you get to do that walk. So I'm very grateful. Thank you all very much. All right, so we're going to do some songs from a new record we got out called A Week at the Warehouse. Thank you very much. We got some other records that we did our own selves, and then we will do some songs from the Great Big Sea catalog and Newfoundland traditional songs. And anything else you might want to do. As I say, we have tomorrow off. It's what we like to call, it's like what we call Crew Year's Eve. I always love that one. So we're off tomorrow, so who's kidding who? We're kind of unemployed as soon as this is. If anyone has anything else, like any songs they want sung, or like a gardening, or loose, any kind of home repair, anybody's moving, or anything like that, we're off really. I mean, give us a shout. We'll do whatever we're told. If you don't mind, I'd like to send a sign out to my mother and father. That's all right. My mom and dad, yeah, thank you. Tom and Jean, back in Newfoundland right now, and I grew up in a little fishing town on this called Petty Harbour, and I grew up in a little fishing town called Petty Harbour. That is so shameless, man. Sometimes I shock myself. Well, Petty Harbour is like a lot of small fishing towns on the coast of Newfoundland, and when I grew up, you know, we didn't have a lot of stuff. You know, I didn't really know it because nobody in our town had the stuff. I mean, I was born in the late 1980s. Or somewhere, something like that. Anyway. I remember when I was a kid, you know, I went to a cousin's house, and I remember they had a VCR and a shower. Like not just a tub, but an actual shower in their house. And I'd never ever seen either of those two things before. And that was my first indication that we didn't have a lot of stuff. And I remember, and I didn't really think about this till I was all kind of an adult, you know, and I look back and a couple of facts jump out about my young life. We had no car, but we had an accordion, a guitar, and a piano. And so I always like to thank my mother and father for having their priorities straight. And I'm grateful to them for everything. This is for Tom and Jean.